Okay, so what do I have to say about this deck? I am not a big fan. I think that the power you. So let's start from the top. One, you are an inconsistent linear deck, or semi inconsistent linear deck. Um, but unlike something like Tron, you have poor top decks and not a lot of filtering to find your effects. So that's a big strike against it. Your mulligans actually hurt you quite a bit compared to some of the other options. Beyond that, so the lack of filtering is a problem. So the mulligans suck. And I don't really think the power level you're getting out of a lot of these cards, besides like Daybreak Cornet, it's not really that big of a jump. I'm pretty unimpressed by the cards and the power I'm getting out of them in general, so I don't really think there's that much incentive unless your opponents aren't playing cards that interact with you, which leads us to the last problem, which is one of the most prevalent cards in the format. Abrupt Decay is one of the best cards against you. Because you don't have filtering and because just the way your cards are, it's not like Tron. You can't Thoughtseize a Tron land. You're weak to Thoughtseize and Inquisition as well. You're weak to Liliana. You're weak to a lot of like Mana Leak. Spell Snare is a big one. There's just a lot of cards that are relatively prevalent in the current metagame that they do things against you. And if you're playing a linear deck that is sacrificing overall power and consistency to be the well-positioned deck, I don't think that this deck is that deck you want to be playing. I don't think it's the well-positioned deck. I think that you want to be playing either, if you want to be playing a combo deck or a linear deck in this format, if your cards die to Abrupt Decay, you better be killing them faster than this deck. You have Affinity that has a lot more redundancy and turn 3 kills. You have Storm that has more turn 3 kills. You have Infect that has more turn 3 kills and protection. Overall, I think this deck lacks in that department. And if you want to play the Resilient deck, you need to be something that doesn't lose to Abrupt Decay, so like Tron or Scapeshift. So overall, that was my read on the deck. I will not be playing this deck at Grand Prix Boston Worcester. And I can't really say I would recommend it, barring a larger shift in the metagame than I'm expecting.